funny story. My father, who was doing this work, would cut gutter and metal with a hacksaw. So my first experience was out there with a literal hacksaw cutting the metal pieces. He was known as one of the best hacksaw cutters out there. And then when I came around, it was we had to plug in skill saws, plug in drills,
Well, yeah.
and now it's all battery.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, babies in their diapers, welcome to the Tiberius Show with your host, Tiberius Boy.
That's me, Tiberius.
And welcome to the Tiberius Show today. And I'm your host, Tiberius Boy. And as always, we're looking at various jobs and how they affect the world around us. Today's guest is going to be someone who helps out, you might probably see every single day, but don't always think about. From pool enclosures to screened patios, from aluminum structures that keep bugs out, to making homes look awesome, today's guest turns people's houses into cooler, more comfortable places to live. So please welcome the one, the only, the amazing, the aluminum expert himself, Donny Housley.
Great intro, great intro.
Thank you. So Donny, you've been in the screen and aluminum business since you were 18 years old. For kids listening who have no idea what that means, what do you actually do?
I started when I was 18, building the screen enclosures, fabricating them, screening them, and installing them, all the hard work stuff.
All right. So what kind of products does Action Aluminum Products build? Is it only screens?
No, it's anything aluminum. So we do the gutters, we do aluminum fencing, we do pool enclosures, the ones that goes over pools, patios, glass rooms, vinyl rooms, and just anything aluminum, really.
All right. So when someone says, screen and aluminum business, what do most people think? And how are you different from the other guys?
Ooh, that's a tough question. How are we different from the other guys, right? Well, we're family owned. We've all been pretty tight. Everybody that's there has been working together at least 20 years together. So we all kind of understand each other, know what to expect out of each other. And we put that effort towards the customers. So we treat them the same way that we treat each other. We get an understanding of what they want, what they need, let them kind of design it because this is all custom. And then from there, hopefully I can send their ideas. I can picture it, give it to my crew or people in the office and create their dream screen room.
All right.
That's the goal.
So are you the person building those big screened in pool enclosures, or do you design it and have someone else build it?
Right now I do the designing, and we have a warehouse where we have 2 or 3 guys in there that will literally build it in accordance to my print that I create. And then once it's built, they take it out to the job site, and then we have another crew of about 4 or 5 guys who literally put it up, stand it, and install it.
There you go. So why are screen enclosures, such a big deal down here in Florida?
Ooh, bugs. You got more bugs down here than just about anywhere, and ones that like to bite. And the mosquitoes are getting bigger.
Oh, yeah.
And then when you have diseases around and like COVID, I know people were really worried. We were really busy during COVID. So people think these little bugs carry diseases and they don't want nothing to do with them. But then again, there's people who hate frogs. There's people that hate lizards. Just not even little bugs. Some of them hate the normal ones that eat those bugs.
Yeah.
They don't understand it, which we don't want them to understand. We want them to be afraid of them all and get a screen enclosure.
So do they really work like up north?
No, they don't. Anywhere where it snows, you can't really do a screen enclosure or a pool enclosure per se, but you can do like a porch. You've probably seen screen porches or like screen doors or screen windows, but it's a lot smaller scale to what we do.
All right, all right. So what makes aluminum such a good material to build with?
Ooh, lasts forever. I mean, aluminum doesn't rust, it doesn't rot. It holds up well. It's strong. So we have hurricanes, of course, here in Florida. So it's one of the stronger materials that you can use besides steel, but still rust and more expensive. And so aluminum for years was very affordable to be able to build these structures out of, just like your cars. Your cars are built out of aluminum for the most part. But aluminum's prices are going up, so we might be building them out of steel sooner than later.
All right. So you mentioned you started at 18. So what got you into this business so young?
I don't really want to say I hated school, but I hated school.
That's fair.
And my grandfather did this work, and he got my father into this work. And my father always came home and told stories about, we did this screen enclosure for this football player, because this was down south in Miami. So it got me excited that, rich people, I always thought rich people got screen enclosures and I can go meet rich people. And he always did them on lakes, and I would be able to go with them and fish. But it turned out I would help them, and then I just got to really like it. And Hurricane Andrew hit South Florida, and he pulled me out of school because I wasn't doing good. And said, "You're coming to work with me." As the third guy, and my first pay was literally scrap aluminum because it was $1 a pound. So we were scrapping the old damaged enclosures and taking it to the scrap yard, and that was my pay for the day. But I got to like it. I got a taste of money, and and I really liked the freedom of kind of creating my own hours and meeting people, and just really installing and creating something that people can enjoy for a long time.
So was it hard learning everything at the beginning?
Oh yeah, screening actually is the hardest thing to learn. The actual screening. My first job, they put me on just screening a door, and it took me all day. And I would rip it, and I would do it, leave
Sideways.
bubbles and sideways, and take it out and do it again. Take it out and do it again. And that's the hard part, I think, about this work, is training somebody how to actually screen. Even YouTube, like if you go on YouTube and try to learn how to do it, they're not really teaching you.
Yeah.
They like put tape on it and hold it up, and it's just not the same.
It's
It's an art. It's literally an art to kind of see the squares and keep them straight. And
So what made you stick with it for over 30 years?
ooh, that is an excellent question. I noticed there was room to grow. I noticed the higher up people that would do the drawings and the engineering part of it, and that part intrigued me because I really enjoyed drawing. I liked putting it all on paper and visualizing it. I had a good visual eye for it. So I knew that I can eventually get to that point, and that's what I strived for. So after probably my first 18 years of installing and know everything about it, I think it made me a better engineer for it, because there's certain things that simple math can't teach you. There's job on the job training that kind of gets you ready for that part of it. So it's a lot of sitting down and drawing, less physical out in the sun work, but yeah, I enjoyed that part of it.
All right. So you said you're a people person. Why is that so important to your job?
Because the people got to trust you. If I tell you I'm gonna put a screen on your house and I'm trying to sell you that, the people need to trust that I'm gonna do a good job, that I'm gonna stand by what I say. If I tell you you're gonna have this here and you're gonna want the door there and the door is gonna swing this way, and oh, by the way, this screen's gonna work better in this location, or hey, your lakefront, you really need a panoramic view, they're gonna understand that my experience, I want them to understand that my experience is second to none, and that you can trust that what I build you is, from my experience, is going to be the best for you.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
So what makes a customer happy when you finish a project?
Well, they're not all happy. Some people you just can't make happy. But yeah, I mean, I think if I just do what I say I'm going to do, I think for the most part, they'll be happy, because at the end, and I got a lot of reviews where people mention my name and say, hey, Donnie walked me throughout the whole thing. He said this was going to happen, and it happened. So there were no surprises.
There you go. There you go. So, have you ever had to deal with a really tough situation with a customer?
Yeah, there's always tough situations because there's always things that go wrong, and there's always customers who just don't understand. COVID was really hard. We lost almost 15 employees during COVID. So even though we were super busy because people were turning their back porches into glass rooms for offices and stuff because they no longer go into work and they're more working from home. We got a lot more of that work, but less people to work because the government was paying them to stay home. So we lost a lot of employees and got way behind, and some people weren't understanding of that, which is pretty normal, but it was hard to deal with at that time because I don't like bad reviews. I don't like not doing what I'm saying I'm going to do, but there's only so much you can control.
Yeah. So do you ever look at someone's house and think, I can make that way better?
Oh, yeah, all the time. I don't like to, pick apart other people's work. I can, and I feel like other people can come pick apart my work because we all do things a little bit differently. But I just feel like the way we do it and that we work in sync, I don't think anybody can build a better, faster screen enclosure than we can.
All right. So what's one mistake homeowners make when creating outdoor spaces?
One mistake that they make? Probably not making it big enough, trying to do something too fast and stay in a budget and not thinking about the long run. For example, if you wanted a covered patio, if you get a pan roof covered patio, it's probably half the price as an elite roof cover patio. One is very thin, almost like a shed-like, so when it rains, it's super loud. Mm-hmm. When you out there, it's super hot. There's no insulation. Mm-hmm. And compare that to the insulated roof where it's a lot cooler, a lot quieter when it rains. It's almost peaceful, and you have more room to turn it into an actual livable room, to put glass in it or vinyl in it, and you can actually put furniture out there and TVs and be a whole different livable room. So they make the mistake by going cheap at first and really not being able to do anything with it.
Yeah. So what's something that would surprise people about your work?
Would surprise people about my work? I don't know if there's any surprises. It's like any other construction job. It's really cut and dry. I think they would be surprised by how fast we do it. That's what I hear the most. Sometimes we can go out and knock out a whole pool cage in like 6 hours, and people are just like, wow. They're really amazed by that. But there's a lot of hard work that goes before that, and that's what they don't see. Right. Between the engineering being right and the drawings being right and the people in the warehouse building everything and doing as much as you can in that warehouse out of the sun in front of big fans, really helps it being out on the job site a lot less. And we do that for us more than anything, but the customer really likes it too.
So here seems like a good time to get a quick commercial break. Let's hear word from our sponsors.
So you want to make an ad for your company, right?
Yeah, Tiberius, you want to help me?
Okay, so what's the name of the company?
PPWND.
PP what?
Professional Pressure Washing and Detailing.
So you like clean driveways?
Yeah, like that. We pressure wash commercial buildings and semi-truck and trailers.
So how would someone get a hold of you?
They can visit my site at ppwnd.com or call me at 407-900-7793.
So I just tell them to call you at 407-900-7793 or visit ppwnd.com?
Yeah, Tiberius, you got it.
Cut! That's a wrap! Just use that!
Oak Ridge Gun Range is a family-oriented shooting range that has been in business for over 30 years. They specialize in basic firearm training and offer numerous services such as consignments, gun trades, gunsmithing, and concealed weapon classes. I even got my training for gun safety at Oak Ridge Gun Range. Great customer service, and firearm safety is what they do best. So find out more at oakridgegunrange.com.
And we're back here with Donny Housley, aluminum expert and backyard transformation pro. Now, Donny, you mentioned that you're always open to new opportunities. What does that look like in your business?
Well, there's always new products coming out. Right now, there is new lighting products coming out. I'm sure you heard of like the jellyfish lighting. That's something that's year-round. We started with that. That goes up in Christmas time because people don't want to put up Christmas lights, and the elderly really can't put up Christmas lights. So something that's up for all year round, and you can change the colors and stuff really helps them. Also, the pergolas are really taking off. Pergolas. We never understood how to really say it, but those are getting big. You could put TV walls on them and shade them, and
There you go.
kind of a nice outdoor living space.
All right. So how do you grow a company like yours?
That's tough because I need to grow more. It takes lots. It takes lots of money, really, because rent is ridiculous, and marketing's ridiculous. And the more you pay for that, the more work you get, but it also keeps just costing you more. So trying to decide, do you get more employees? And more employees requires bigger warehouses, requires more trucks on the road, which all again costs more money, and you almost have to be promised work. So it's a risk reward situation like most jobs. So it's just how much risk you're willing to take. You kind of have a good feel for the market. And right now it's flooded. There's so many people doing this work. So many people learn it and create their own little businesses and do just repair business, and all of a sudden they know how to do everything, even though they're not legal and don't have a license. But so we're always competing with those chucks in the trucks and stands in the vans.
All right. So what are some of the biggest changes that you've seen in your industry over the last 30 years?
The biggest changes would be the pergolas. More people are going with those over their pool areas. Newer metal is stronger. Newer screws, which doesn't sound like a lot, but we're getting better with our hardware. And panoramic views. Panoramic views are taking off. I mean, people love the wide open space. And, if they have lakefront or golf front, it really, really looks beautiful. It brings it out. They're mixing it in, working with the pool companies. You get the everlasting pool edge, and then if there's a lake, it looks like you're just swimming in the lake. And when there's nothing in this but screen separating you, it's really good. Motorized screens are taking off. That's sort of a newer within the last 5-year thing. Yeah, just like I said, new products, new things to work on and get people. So trial and error.
All right. Well, are there any new tools or materials that make the job easier today?
Funny story. My father, who was doing this work, would cut gutter and metal with a hacksaw. So my first experience was out there with a literal hacksaw cutting the metal pieces. He was known as one of the best hacksaw cutters out there. And then when I came around, it was we had to plug in skill saws, plug in drills.
Well, yeah.
And now it's all battery.
Well, yeah.
It's all battery. There's no more coils.
Hacksaw.
Hacksaw. His arms were huge.
I could never. But you know what? Do you think technology or AI will change your future industry?
AI has helped us a little bit with giving people the vision. Because even though I might go out on a bid and let somebody know, hey, the shape of your back of your house, I think a mansard would look best. And they're like, well, I don't know. And I can go on ChatGPT and literally take a picture of the back of their house and say add mansard screen to the back of it, and they can kind of see what that looks like. So they'll get my vision before they pay for anything. So that part of it has helped a lot. But other than that, I don't do the phone call AI stuff. I like more person to person.
Yeah.
I want to meet the people. I want to joke with them. I want to laugh with them. I want to, let them feel comfortable and, enjoy working with them throughout the whole process. Not have to rely on a computer to tell them when I'm going to be there.
Mm-hmm. So, how important is learning by doing versus book knowledge?
It's very important. Like I said, I was okay in math, and doing measure and layout, even though I knew the math to it, there was parts of it where installing helped me more with like deductions. And even though, like, for example, a gutter is 7 inches wide, sometimes it's better to build that panel that goes around the gutter 7 1/8 to give you a little bit of room, making it easy for the installer. So just little tricks like that where it's not so, book based. It's more on the job learning and making it easy for everybody.
All right. So, what skills should kids start learning now?
Ooh, learn how to screen. If you can learn how to screen, man, I'd hire you tomorrow.
So,
And that's where, and sorry to,
it's all good.
that's where, like, say example, if a hurricane comes through here and rips out, not a big hurricane, just like the tail end of it or something, it rips out a bunch of screens, you can make a good honest living just rescreening panels. So that's the most important thing to learn how to do. Actually, that's what most people learn how to do when they go off and start their repair business. So you can literally start businesses from just learning how to screen.
All right. So, what's the biggest lesson you've learned from working with people all of these years?
Biggest lesson, I guess, is just be as honest as you can. Sometimes I would try to, like car dealers, tell the people what they want to hear so they can spec something a little bit faster. I found out that just coming up and telling them, hey, permitting and engineering's 8 to 10 weeks. That way they kind of understand we have to wait a while before we can even start.
Yeah.
Because people get uncomfortable if you just say, hey, yeah, I'll start right away, and you don't. It's, oh, we're waiting on this. They think you're lying to you. They think, learn not to trust you. They give you a deposit, so now they're worried about
The money.
And I take a little bit of deposit so they're comfortable until we get the permit and the engineering process done. And then once we start working, we start collecting concrete and as it goes along.
So, what's the best advice you would give a teen today that is thinking about working in your industry?
Be prepared to work. It's hard work. It's long days. It's hot. This is Florida. It's hot. It's humid. Drink water. But enjoy it. Enjoy the freeness of it. Someone not standing over you, watching what you're doing all the time. It's creative. You could teach someone how to screen, but they're literally going to come up with their own way on how to do it. So, just get in there and learn them as much as you can, as quickly as you can, and eventually you might be able to take over and own your own business one day. It's attainable.
Well, on that note, let's another quick break to pay some bills.
The Tiberius Show would like to thank one of their dedicated sponsors, Custom Designs Orlando. These guys are on Mills Avenue and do all sorts of stuff, ranging from photo ID badges, engraved signs, custom braille ADA signs, vinyl lettering to trophies and awards. The cool part about Custom Designs is they can ship products all over the United States. You can reach them at 407-898-0373 and tell them that
Tiberius
sent you.
Over 40 years, Lighthouse Central Florida has provided education, independent life skills, and job training to thousands of Central Floridians who live with blindness or any degree of vision loss. Whether it's picking out clothes in the morning or just moving around your community and serving Orange, Seminole, and Osceola counties, contact Lighthouse Central Florida at 407-898-2483 or visit them online at lighthousecfl.org.
And we're back here with the amazing Donny Housley. So, Donny, you said that you enjoy meeting new people. What's the most interesting person you've met through your work?
Oh, wow. So many. I've met the lady boxing champion. Her name was Christy Martin.
Oh, I know her.
Yeah, she lived in Longwood. We did her screen enclosure, and she was actually preparing for a fight. So that was pretty interesting. She wasn't as big as I thought she was. I just met a guy actually today, funny story, who is a cameraman for the PGA.
Oh.
So his job is pretty cool, and really big guy. I mean, one of the bigger guys. I thought he was a football player, but funny people, just good people. But that's just a handful of. I can't remember them all. But
Yeah, I remember Christy Martin. I used to bowl with her daughter. That was
really,
fun.
yeah, she lived right there in Longwood, and I did her screen enclosure, and
I think she went to AMF for a bit. Yeah, AMF
Yeah.
Skylines. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what do you enjoy most about what you do?
giving people what they want. Like after the job is finished and they call me and they thank me or they leave a good review, that's the most rewarding point. Other than that, it's all stress building up to that point, you know. But when they're happy and they come in and they're like, oh, this is so beautiful, or oh, my mother loves this, she uses it all the time, that's my favorite.
There you go.
That's the most rewarding.
Well, out of everything you've built, what are you most proud of?
Man, you got great questions.
I'm supposed to. You must know.
Well, there is a huge screen enclosure in Royal Highlands in Leesburg. Huge job. We won an award for it. It's got a huge elite covered area that we almost died putting it up.
What?
It was in the dirt, and as we're putting it up, we're lifting it up there, the ladder scaffolding that we were on was falling over. So there was a couple cases. The job was so big, there was a couple cases where we almost fell a couple times, and it's just a monster. I mean, 3 of my houses can fit inside of it. Big job.
Sorry, did you say more than one house?
Yeah, more than one house. Three normal sized houses will fit inside of this. It's huge.
Jeez.
And all the old, because it's a retirement community, so all the elderly get to go out there and enjoy it and lay out in the sun and bug free, and it's just something we're really proud of. Like I said, we have an award hanging up in the office about it. So
well, did you design your dream project for your own house?
yes, I did.
Me
Me and my wife designed it.
Was there anything that's in your mind that you want to build that you've not had the opportunity to do yet?
No, I mean, I'm hoping, a lot of times I hope to meet customers that have something that they come to me with that is just hard to figure out, which I've had a couple challenges, because designing it becomes really challenging. The math to it and everything is complicated. So I like those, not at the time, but when they're done, it's good.
All right. Well, when you're not working, what do you like to do for fun?
Ooh, spend time with my family. I'm working 5 to 6 days a week, every week. So Sunday is for family, Saturday is for family. Me and my wife enjoy food critics. We're like food critics. We love to go to different food places and try different spots around the Orlando area. We love the magical dining experience. We usually do that every year. And we'll do a little bit of shopping. Orlando's great shopping. Disney and the theme parks. We do that with the kids and the grandkids, and that's what it's about. You work hard, play hard.
Play any video games?
Not a video game person. I was when I was a kid.
On your phone?
Yeah. I play some solitaire or something on my phone to kind of relax when stuff gets overstimulated. I'll throw some flick solitaire in there or something, but that's about it. Nothing too high paced.
Now it's time for the harder questions.
Uh-oh.
All right. So, if you could go back and talk to a 15-year-old Donnie, what would you tell him?
Ooh, stay in school. Stay in school, and
But that means you wouldn't be able to get the job that you have today.
yeah, but I could be a licensed engineer and just literally put a stamp on what I do, have it all in the computer. I wouldn't have to sit down at a
He
desk.
could do the easier part than
Right.
of his job.
Yeah, now I sit at a desk for 4 hours, and you got to worry about carpal tunnel and all this other stuff as you
You
get older.
have to worry, or
Yeah.
you make yourself worry?
Yeah, you have to worry because you have to take breaks. If you know it's coming, you prepare yourself.
All right.
So I take breaks in between drawing and writing contracts and stuff, and man, if I could just pull that from something that I had.
You just want to go, bah.
Yeah, just load it up, stamp it, and here you go. Give me my $250.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, what's the biggest mistake that you've ever made, and how did it change you as a person?
Biggest mistake was dropping out of school. Yeah, that's pretty.
Yeah, at
goes
least
back-
it wasn't being on this show.
Right.
So, all right. Now, can you tell me that one story? Remember, this is a kid's show. But that one story, well, that you're not supposed to tell me about. Come on, you can tell me.
Ooh, I don't know if I have any of those.
I won't tell anybody.
A story about what, like screen work?
A story about anything, a funny story, embarrassing story about you? Like you peed your pants or something?
No, none of that. I mean, there was a time that I was supposed to be working, and this is when I worked with my father. I went down. I was a little upset, so I went down to go fish because it was on the lake.
Good job.
Yeah, on the job. I was like, it's hot. I want to go fish. There's a lake there, and I went to go throw the fishing pole out because I love fishing. And there was a water moccasin that snuck up on me. And I was scared to death. So I hollered from my father, who was up there actually working. He had to stop what he was doing and come down. What's going on? I'm like, there's a snake that literally came after me, a water moccasin, and I can't move. So he took a piece of metal and, of course, got rid of the snake, as we say. And sort of one of 3 or 4 times he saved my life. So.
Dang. Dang.
Yeah, my father's my hero for sure.
Well, is there anything else you think my listeners should know about you and what you do?
Listeners should know about me. Just know that I'm honest. I do what I say I'm going to do. To my control. There's things that are not under my control, and I always mean well. I always mean well, and I'm an honest person. So.
Well, do you have a website or social media for my listeners who want to follow you?
Our website is actionaluminum.us. That's screenenclosures.us. You can go on Google and Google Action Aluminum and find our website with some pictures. It's a little bit under construction, so it's not, this is all new to us, the whole AI thing. So we're trying to grow in that department. But yeah, whether you need a job or you need a screen, contact us and let us know. I'd love to either put you to work or work for you.
All right. Well, what is that one question that you think I forgot to ask you?
I think you surprised me with some of the questions. I mean, there was things I was asking myself on the way here. What is he going to ask me? I mean, it's pretty, boring job. There's only certain parts to it, and you did amazing, really, coming up with questions that I didn't even think of.
All right. Well, thank you, Donny, for being our special guest. Can
You're
you stick
welcome.
around for Math Corners?
Sure.
Aw, Dad, my computer's slow again and I can't play my games.
Call Your Computer Solutions today, and we will scan for viruses and clean that computer up remotely and make it fast again. Our phone number is 407-826-0810.
Thanks, Dad. My computer's fast again. Now I can do my homework. Thanks for calling Your Computer Solutions at 407-826-0810.
Tiberius' favorite subject, it's Math Corners!
Now it's time for Math Corners. Thank you so much, Donny, for helping with Math Corners. This week, some multi-step word problems. My dad is always good at finding new problems for me to solve, and today we're going to talk about materials for a screen enclosure. So you might be good at this one.
Maybe.
Alright, so a company is building a cube-shaped screen enclosure where each side is 20 feet long. They're only putting screen on 3 sides because one side is attached to the house and the top is already covered. So they want to order 10% extra material in case they need it. The question is, how much screen material do they need to cover the 3 sides, and how much extra is 10%? And what is the total amount of material that they should order?
Okay. I'm waiting for the problem.
That is the problem.
Where's the numbers?
All right, you know what? I think I'll figure this one out. All right. Well, first, this is a real world problem because you always need to measure correctly when building something like
Correct.
this.
And
You don't want to get halfway done and be like, well, we're missing a wall. Well, first, we figure out the area of one side. Since it's a cube, each side is 20 by 20. So 20 times 20 equals 400 square feet. But wait, we're not done yet because we need to add 10% extra material. So we take, we need to cover 3 sides as well. So you take 400 times 3, which is 1,200, and then you need the 10%. So it's 10% of that is a lot of screen. Equals 120 extra square feet. Now we add that to the total, so that plus that is 1,320 square feet of material that they need. So they should order that amount of screen material to make sure that they have enough.
Correct.
All right, so Donnie, when you're building something like this, do you always plan for extra material just in case, or are you sure that your guys can really do it the first time?
You always need extra material.
Now, would it be better for them to hear that they don't make mistakes?
It's always better not to make mistakes, but it's way more cost effective if you have what you need on the truck while you're there. Because if you have to stop what you're doing, leave the job site, go back to the shop or go back to the vendor and get more material, you're wasting 2-3 hours of your time. So have it on the truck at all times, which we do. You go out there and look at my truck now, I got 5, 6, 7 rolls of screen. If you were out here and said, hey, one of my panels on this door needs screen, I got you.
Well, for the customers, they're really good. They don't make mistakes. For sure.
Right.
Well, my teacher said that I would use math every single day. How do you use math with your work?
Well, doing the drawings, the engineering part of it, it's a lot of similar triangles that I use and a lot of geography. So that's math that I use literally every day, or even pricing out a job. If you're pricing out rescreens, it's square footage. Right now, it's about $1.50 a square foot. So you get just like you did there, where you get the square footage of a job and you times it by 1.75 or 1.5, whatever you want to sell it for, depending on the job, and you go from there. Now you learn my secrets.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Donnie, for your help with Math Corners.
You're welcome.
And now it's time for the Heart of Lion. As you know, we talk about the qualities of living by the Heart of Lion, which stands for leadership, integrity, obedience, and ability. Well, this week, we're going to talk about leadership. For me, I think leadership is the act of loving what is good, having self-control, and being disciplined. The qualities of leadership are providing guidance and direction, organization, and being a positive influence on others. So the other day, I was working with a project with my engineering team. Now, when I say engineering team, I don't mean like grown-ups in a big company. I mean a group of us working together to design a shoe that might help my dad who has neuropathy for a class project. We weren't just drawing pictures either. We were talking about comfort, support, materials, and how it would actually help someone walk better. The whole shebang. At first, everyone had different ideas. One person wanted to focus on cushioning. Another wanted to make it super lightweight. Someone else wanted to add extra support on the sides. Honestly, it was starting to get a little confusing because no one knew which direction to go. But instead of just doing my own thing, I tried to step up and lead because, you know, it's my dad anyway. Well, I helped organize everyone's ideas and said, hey, what if we can find the best parts of each idea? We started writing things down, making a plan, and assigning who would work on each part. It wasn't about being the boss, it was about helping the team working on the project, and I will tell you all later how it worked out. The plan right now is to have a diabetic sock that has an insole on the bottom that can slip in and out of any shoe. It's all we have right now, but we're going to get there. And don't forget that you can be lion strong. So Donnie, do you have an example of leadership that you saw this week?
Oh yeah, we have leadership every day at every part of the job. We had somebody out sick, and he was the leader of the heart. He was the leader of the office, and when he's out sick, he had someone else to step up, his helper, and so he stepped up and did what he was supposed to do and did what he was taught. So we felt good about that. Everybody kind of congratulated him and made him feel good about stepping up and something we wasn't sure he can do or not. So he has good leadership, and therefore he was able to still work and complete the task without the foreman there. So,
All right. Well, there you go.
so good leadership trickles down.
Of all of the Heart of Lion virtues, leadership, integrity, obedience, nobility, which is the one that you see the most?
I would say the leadership, because we have 4 leaders in all departments, and they're all great. They're all, everybody respects them. Everybody respects everybody's position, so there's nobody trying to step on people's toes.
All right.
So that's something that's important in our business, and I feel like is the strongest quality of the Heart of the Lion.
Well, there you go. Well, we should always try to be lion strong in everything we do, shouldn't we?
Yes, absolutely. I agree with that.
And that's our show, folks. I want to thank the one, the only, the amazing Donny Housley for being on my show. It has been so much fun talking with you today. I think we learned a lot about your work as action aluminum products in building screen enclosures. And do you mind giving your social media website again for me?
It's screenenclosures.us is the website. You can follow us on Instagram at Action Aluminum Screens.
From the US of A. Caw! Also, you can find me on Facebook and Instagram at The Tiberius Show, and I would like to thank WWPR 1498 AM, Canty 98, Soul Radio 24/7, Easy Way TV, and all the other stations that air my show. And please be sure to visit The Tiberius Show on YouTube and hit that subscribe button. So, Donnie, are you subscribed yet?
Yes,
There you go.
I've been
All right.
subscribed.
Well, Martin Kemp N9D says 100 heart true story, and L Shay J9K says tag this fine man at least. Well, thanks, Itano. I'm glad that you're learning about the Christian musical artist from my show. I mean, he was very cool. Well, be sure to leave a comment on my videos, and I might even mention yours at the end of my show. And also, be sure to listen to us next on our radio show with your host, Tiberius Boy. And that's a wrap.